Hey podcast listeners, Gossip Grid here, your guide to F1's paddock elites.
I would like it to be known to the podcast audience that when Nicole told me she was really sick, I said, do you want to do a Gossip Grid this week, or do you want to push it to next week? Because I completely understand if she was like, nope, can't do it. She was like, no, this is the one thing I'm determined to do this week. Because it's Monaco. You have to do Gossip Grid. So I want it to be known that I gave Nicole the out, but she is here delivering on a Gossip Grid for you all.
Thank you. I'm dying slowly inside, but pop culture keeps me going. So, welcome to Gossip Grid, a very special voiced version of Gossip Grid from myself, but it is the Monaco GP, and the pop culture at Monaco waits for absolutely no one, waits for absolutely no sickness to go away, and we have to talk about this week because it is keeping me going entirely. So, Monaco. Monaco is all about the glitz and glam and everything, so I'm here to give you everything you need to know about F1 and pop culture that's happened in the last week, and basically everything that went down at Monaco. First, I have to start off, and I might be part of this tiny population that did not know exactly where this is from. So all over the internet, and we'll see it constantly all over during the F1 season, but particularly during the Monaco Grand Prix, is this voice clip used 1,000 times of, it's the Monaco Grand Prix. I never missed the Grand Prix. And I realized I never knew at all what that was. So just to share a bit of knowledge, in case there's anybody else that's out there that has absolutely no idea what it was from, it's from a British comedy series called Friday Night Dinners that follows a British Jewish family and their weekly Friday night dinners. And this particular clip is from season 4, episode 5, called The Funeral. So if you need to go look into that a little bit more, I actually watched a lot of the episode and it is really, really funny and feels very relatable. Anytime a family member tells me I need to do something on a Sunday when there's a Grand Prix, I'm like, well, I can't. It's the Grand Prix. I never miss it. So now if you know, there's your context. So, Monaco GP, we know tons of celebrities. They always go to show up. So I'm going to try to give you as many celebrities that were present. I'm definitely going to miss some because as soon as I kept trying to compile my list, there was already more. So I tried to give as much concise, but also show how many people were there. So here we go. Celebrities at the Monaco Grand Prix. Gotta start off with my personal favorite, and we've already talked about him, Tom Holland. Tom Holland was there waving the checkered red flag. He was actually there as a guest of Red Bull, but made it very, very clear that he was a longtime Lewis Hamilton fan and was rooting for Lewis to be successful in that race. So thank God Tom Holland can stay in the front runnings of great Spider-Man of all time. Even if he was there as a guest of Red Bull, he knows where his allegiances lie and that he needed to share that. Bad Bunny was there all weekend. He wore an incredibly really wild outfit of a vintage bikini print from Jean-Paul Gaultier. That was from 1995. It also, I can't figure out if his arm was photoshopped in that photo. Someone please confirm and or deny. But the funnest thing was he did a great bit with Checo where Bad Bunny put on Checo's entire race suit and his helmet, got in the car, and then Checo comes running out saying, hey, get out, that's my car. So really fun bits. I actually really enjoyed watching Checo and Bad Bunny banter together. Perfect pairing. Fantastic. Absolutely love that. The entire cast of the upcoming movie for Gran Turismo is coming out. Archie Madekwe, Orlando Bloom, David Harbour, who I absolutely love from Stranger Things. It was his first F1 race. We're all there. Conor McGregor was on his own yacht, rented yacht, having the time of his life and making sure everyone really knew that he was there having the time of his life on his yacht. Maria Sharapova was there giving out the Pirelli Pole Award, is also a longtime friend and fan of Lewis Hamilton.
That was my favorite interview of the weekend when Laura Winter, I believe, went up to her and was like, oh, you're here with Red Bull. Are you rooting for Red Bull? And she goes, nah, I'm rooting for Lewis. Conversation summarized.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a trend this weekend of guests of Red Bull having an allegiance to Lewis, which leads also perfectly into the next celebrity that was there. Neymar was there. Longtime friend of Lewis Hamilton, was also a guest of Red Bull this weekend, took numerous photos with Tom Holland, and tried to give Lewis a high five and wave him down as Lewis sped past on a scooter. Lewis did not see him, and as an apology, or later on, I think it was yesterday, Lewis reposted a clip of this happening on his Instagram story. It was like, sorry Neymar, totally not on purpose, but it's a really hysterical clip if you go watch Lewis leaving Neymar hanging. Then we saw Chris Rock supporting Mercedes, chit-chatting with Toto, fully covered in Mercedes gear. James Marsden was there. Catherine Zeta-Jones and her husband Michael Douglas, who are longtime friends of the Stroll family, were most recently at Chloe Stroll's wedding, were also spotted there. Kylie Minogue was there and traded sneakers with an RB with a Red Bull team member because her heels, of course, were killing her feet. So she traded shoes and then was walking around with some Red Bull sneakers for the rest of the day. Liam Cunningham was there, Odo Buckham Jr., celebrity chef Tom Kerridge was there. Noah Schnaps, also of Stranger Things, was there, so wondering if he hung out with David Harbour. He's a longtime Charles Leclerc fan, had a Charles flag on his yacht. They were actually spotted together at the 8 p.m. Monaco after party. It's the brand that is the jewelry brand that's promoted by Charles, and a lot of people are now saying that he's
the Bears.
It's the Bears.
It's the jewelry brand promoted by Charles, but it's the Bears.
It's the Bears. It's the gummy bears. It's the gummy bear jewelry. But everyone is saying that Noah Schnaps might be like the long-lost Leclerc brother because he literally looks exactly like them. And I'm all for it. If you look at the photos, you could tell me that they're all related, and I would not bat an eye at it. Joe traded jerseys with Real Madrid, Thibaut Courtois. So we saw some exciting things outside of Monaco as well that I just need to touch upon and let you know happened. Toto Wolff, my fave, sat down with Forbes and did this really unbelievable interview about his entire journey in his career. And Toto gives some really great individual snippets of his views on his own success and how he values determination, ambition, and obsession over ability and talent, which is like the most Toto thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's just such a Toto way to phrase that.
He
could just say, you could just say, I value hard work more than natural born talent, which is, a normal way to phrase exactly what you just quoted him saying. But, of course he was like,
determination, ambition, and obsession are what exactly. He also says that his comfort place is in places of intensity and pressure, aka a race weekend, and the way that he's able to maintain and kind of keep on is he lives by a schedule. And how does he live by a schedule? Well, his exact example is every single day he has the exact same thing for breakfast: extra toasty pumpernickel bread, butter, tomatoes, and a cappuccino and sparkling water. So there you go. If you want to eat like Toto for breakfast, get yourself some pumpernickel bread and extra toasted.
I think one day we need to try that. We need to both eat Toto's breakfast and see if we like it. I also if his comfort place is places of intensity, I would just love to see Toto play Animal Crossing.
He'd panic. He'd hate it. He would hate
Too settled?
Yeah. No, he'd hate it so much. That music would literally drive him crazy. But check out the interview with Forbes. Really interesting, and it was like a perfect sit down with them. SD Bestie last weekend went to the Cannes Film Festival and did a whole Get Ready video with GQ France. I have to continue to give props to GQ for how involved they get with F1 drivers, whether it's on their individual accounts, their national accounts, their sports accounts, all over. They're finding really great ways to fit them in. At Cannes, he wore a custom Berluti suit, which is a partner of this season with Alpine, and really cool little touch that he had customized his initials on one cuff and 31 on the other cuff. Alex Albon also did another video with GQ Sports where they gave him an opportunity to go anonymously onto different social media websites and respond to actual questions for fans. Things that I learned in this. He is actually the second tallest F1 driver in F1 history. Him and SD Bestie are tied for second since they are both 6'2", and Justin Wilson, who raced back in 2003, beat them literally by 1 inch at being 6'3". So there was a whole jam-packed bit from Monaco and a little bit outside of Monaco as well. And that's all I got for you on this week's Gossip Grid, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for listening to this segment from episode 19 of Gridwalk. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more F1 videos while you're here. And you made it this far in this video. Why not watch the rest of the podcast? You can watch the full thing. Click right here. Ready? Click, 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 click.